Hey, welcome to Planet Hex Review Time. I'm Andrew Horn. These are the mini episodes that I put out in the week where I review something that I've rediscovered or discovered anew. Usually I talk about VHS and stuff, pop culture and things like that at the weekend in the full-length Planet Hex videos, so please do subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Today I am going to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, I know it's been out for a few weeks, but this is the first chance I had to go and see it this past weekend. Took the kids and one of the kids' friends over to Cineworld here in Nottingham. Don't often go to Cineworld. Usually go to the independent cinema at the Bonington where I live and see things for half the price. But you know, I thought I'd splash out. And aside from almost having a coronary at the price of the pick and mix there, I had a great time, and the film was spectacular. I wasn't sure what to expect after I really loved Bumblebee, the movie that came before it, Bumblebee with Hailee Steinfeld, which was sort of a soft reboot. Supposed to be a prequel to what came before with the Michael Bay movies, but acted more as a soft reboot. And Rise of the Beast carries on in that fashion. So while Bumblebee was set in the 80s and we had all the trappings of the 80s, Rise of the Beast continues into the 90s. It's set in 1994. So it predates all the stuff that did happen in the Michael Bay movies anyway, and I do think this is a new timeline that we've gone on now, because, you know, I hope so anyway. I like the Michael Bay movies for some aspects of them. The fact that they got made in the first place is amazing to me, but they were not ideal Transformers movies by a long shot. So this new era, this new movie does not have Hailee Steinfeld in it, following on from Bumblebee, so she gets a brief mention in the movie, but Hailee Steinfeld does not reprise her role as Charlie in this movie, which is a shame, because Charlie was great. But the new lead characters we've got, Noah and Elena, are amazing. They are relatable, they are fun to be around, and you want to hang out with them. You would hang out with them straight away. I totally would like to be friends with these characters, and that is key in getting you into something like this that's usually full of explosions and robots and ridiculousness. It's great to have that hook where you can really relate to a character, and these characters are fantastic. So it's an interesting movie because it does not feature the Decepticons, it features the Terracons, it features some of the cast of characters from Beast Wars. So it introduces Optimus Primal, voiced by Ron Perlman. It introduces characters like Air Razor and Cheetor. Air Razor in particular is a great favourite in the film, voiced by Michelle Yeoh. She did a great job in that with the voice there. That was superb. And they need to help the Autobots and the Maximals, the Beast Wars sort of Autobots, need to team together to fight off the Terracons and the incoming threat of Unicron. Yep, we finally get a proper live-action Unicron, as we saw in the Transformers animated movie in '86. We finally get to see him in live action, and he looks fantastic. The design is straight out of the animated movie, and the toys, it looks great. The voice is superb as well. All over, the cast in this is great. The action is great. There's a lot to like in it. I did like it that there weren't actually that many Transformers. So there's only like 4 or 5 Autobots throughout the whole thing. There aren't many Terracons, there aren't many of the Maximals. It's kept sort of low-key, which avoids the thing that went wrong with a lot of the Michael Bay movies, in that they were too loud, too much was going on screen, you couldn't follow it. Yep, the designs of the Transformers in this movie, they're still kind of complex and very modern. However, you can still see what's going on. It's not like the Michael Bay movies where it was just so busy on screen you could not follow what the heck you were watching. This is a really good movie. It's really entertaining. There's a good story. There's no love interest, which was fantastic, and there are some fantastic Easter eggs for fans of 80s pop culture. Rise of the Machines, it continues where Bumblebee left off in correcting all the stuff that went wrong with the previous 5 movies, and it gets you into the heart of the action in a far more organic way. I really enjoyed this. There's a lot of wish fulfillment. I do wonder if some of the movie was written by just bashing Transformers together, while literally playing with the toys. There is some serious wish fulfillment in the third act with both Noah and Elena, and overall it's a very, very satisfying film. It did have shades of the first Michael Bay movie in some elements, with the Transformers coming to Earth and the oncoming threat and things like that. There's a lot going on in there that does kind of ape the initial arrival of, say, like when they meet Bumblebee in the first movie. the first Michael Bay movie, and all that kicks off with the Transformers coming to Earth. There's some elements of that in this movie, but it does it better, in my opinion. I really, really, really enjoyed this to a great extent. I also like it that the movie does move away from Bumblebee or Optimus Prime being the main focus, with Mirage being the main focus as the main Transformer in the movie, and that's really cool. The dynamic between him and Noah is just exquisite. I really, really enjoyed that. What else? Yeah, we get a different look at Optimus Prime. There's a different side to Optimus Prime in this, where he's a little more jaded, a little more bitter about things that have gone on, and it's interesting to see Prime's journey in this movie when he meets up with Optimus Primal, the Ron Perlman giant ape, Maximal. Is just awesome. That's the symbol for a giant ape, I've decided. And it's just really nice to see some character development going on with a giant robot. So Transformers Rise of the Beasts, absolute must-see. Yeah, for once the hype is justified. The reviews have been, in many reviews have been positive for this. Of course, a film like this is always going to have its detractors, but I thought it was fantastic. A really good Transformers movie, and there's a sentence I never thought I'd get to say again after seeing how great Bumblebee was. So that's my little review of Rise of the Beasts, the new Transformers movie, the 7th in the series. Please let me write a Transformers movie at some point, Hasbro. I would love that. Please. Until then, though, I will keep doing these reviews. Please do like and subscribe if you like this sort of thing. At the weekends, I put out a full-length episode of Planet Hex where I review something pop culture related, or I talk endlessly about VHS, or I go hunting on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for cool retro pop culture gold. And yeah, I put these reviews out in the week. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Planet Hex Review Time. Roll out.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and validate my existence.